All right, so today in math, we're going to talk about how to estimate sums. When I say sums, what does that mean? Does anyone know, or does anyone remember? I know it's been a while. All right, so sums are the answer to an addition problem, okay? So when you see sum, that means they want an answer to an addition problem. All right, so I have another vocabulary video that I want to go ahead and share with you guys. I like to watch vocabulary videos. I feel like the information stays better in my brain. All right, so this one is about estimation with rounding. So
yeah. Flow cab in the building. Let's go. Look. When you have to estimate, don't stress. An estimation is just an educated guess. Not a guess without information. You know enough to make an approximation. That's an answer that's close enough. In the ballpark and not off by much. You should be able to estimate in your head. You don't need a calculator, use mental math instead. When using numbers, let's make them round ones. You get round numbers by rounding, come on. Imagine the school was planning a field trip and needs to know how many student lunches to get. 2 classes are going, one is 28 students, the other has 17 students. Let's do this. Take 28, round it to the nearest 10. That's 30, now do it again. Take 17 and round it up to 20. 20 plus 30 is 50, that should be plenty. Use estimation in everyday life. You don't always need to answer this exactly right. Come on. You need to answer quick without hesitation. Do the math in your head, give an estimation. Doesn't have to be the exact calculation. Just in the ballpark like a first baseman. When you need to answer quick without hesitation. Do the math in your head, give an estimation. Doesn't have to be the exact calculation. Just in the ballpark like a first baseman. You could use estimation, even with large numbers in any operation. That includes subtraction, addition, multiplication, division. Say you want to estimate 460 times 224 and do it quickly. You can round to the nearest 100. 460 becomes 500. 224 becomes 200. Hold up, there's more. Take the 5, multiply by the 2. That's 10, and then what you do is take the 4 zeros and the factors, write them after the 10 in, now you got your answer. That's 100,000. Whoa, let's do the math for real and see if we got close. The exact answer's 103,040. Unbelievable, our answer is reasonable. Use estimation in everyday life. You don't always need to answer this exactly right. When you need to answer quick without hesitation. Do the math in your head, give an estimation. Doesn't have to be the exact calculation. Just in the ballpark like a first baseman. When you need to answer quick without hesitation. Do the math in your head, give an estimation. Doesn't have to be the exact calculation. Like the cost of a party or a celebration. I was thinking we should get together again this weekend and throw a party at my house. It's gonna be about $50 for the DJ, around $50 for the food. That's approximately $100 total. So pitch in if you wanna come through. About $50 for the DJ, around $50 for the food. That's approximately $100 total. So pitch in if you wanna come through. Come through.
all right, so that is our vocabulary for today. So we are going to use that and help us to how to estimate sums. So remember, we're just talking about addition. So let me go ahead and share my camera so I can show you my notes. Whoa, it's crooked. All right, so today we are going to talk about how to estimate sums. Okay, so there's just 2 steps. Are you ready? Just 2. So the first one is to round the add-ins. And then the what do I mean by add-ins? What does that mean? What does that mean, the add-ins? Okay, so the add-ins are if I have an addition problem. So let's say I'm doing 1 plus 4 equals 5. The add-ins would be the 1 and the 4. Does that make sense? So what you're adding together would be the add-ins. Okay, and I'll show you on our example. Okay, and then 2 is you add the rounded add-ins. Okay, so I'm gonna add the rounded number. I'm gonna add the 2 rounded numbers I just rounded. All right, does everyone see this yellow bubble? Does everyone see this? It says keyword about how many. Okay, so if you read a problem and it says about how many, that's your hint that you're going to estimate. Okay, awesome. So let's go ahead and practice this. All right, so I'm going to round 472. I'm going to round that. So let's go ahead and round it to the nearest 100. So what is 472 close to? What do you think I should round 472 to make it easier to add? What do you think? Do you guys remember how to round? If not, I'll have to go over it real quick. Do you want me to go over how to round again? Yes? Okay. Let me flip this over to the back. All right, so you round by saying, you look at the place value, and if it's 4 or less, let it rest. If it's 5 or more, raise the score. Okay, does that kind of make sense? Is that going to be able to, you're going to be able to remember that? All right, so now if I go back to my problem, I have 472. I want to round it to 100. So that means that I am going to look at the 10 to see if I round it up to 500, even at 400. So it's a 7. Okay, so I'm going to look back at my rhyme. If it's 4 or less, let it rest. Okay, so I'm going to think it's 7. I'm looking at 7. That's more than 4. 5 or more. So it fits in here, so I'm going to raise the score, okay? So I'm going to raise 472 to 500. Does that make sense on how I got to 500? Give me a thumbs up. Yes, that made sense. No, that didn't make sense, or I'm not quite sure yet. Let me see your thumbs.
Is estimating going to be one of our assignments in the independent work?
Yep, you're going to do this in your independent work. So let me see your thumbs.
Not good with it.
You're not good with it, you said, Oscar?
Yeah, my dad's in a meeting all the way back there, so I need help.
Okay, well, that's what we're going to go over right now is how to estimate. Okay. All right, so now I need to round 319 to the nearest 100. Okay, so I'm going to round it. Is 300 or 319 closer to 300 or closer to 400? Remember, if it's 4 or less, let it rest. 5 or more, raise the score. Who can tell me, what am I going to round 319 to? Oscar?
472.
I rounded 472 to 500, but now I'm looking at 319. Should I round 319 to 300 or to 400?
300.
300. And if I think about it, I'm only 19 away from 300. Okay, and I'm 91 away. I think I did that math right. 91 away from 400. Does that make sense on why we rounded it to 300? Okay, So now it says I add the rounded add-ins. So here's my rounded add-ins. Okay, so now I'm just gonna add it. So who can tell me what's 0 plus 0? Someone raise a hand and tell me. What's 0 plus 0? Oscar, go ahead.
0.
0. And then Kamaya, I saw your hand. What's 0 plus 0?
0.
Good job. And what's 5 plus 3? Who would like to raise their hand and tell me? What's 5 plus 3? Go ahead, Caitlin.
8.
8. Nice job. So my answer should be about 800. All right, so that's all you're going to do on your independent work today, okay? You're just going to estimate.
All? We don't even have to do Dreambox.
Well, you're going to do Dreambox if it's working.
And if it doesn't work, we don't have to do it.
Yep. So let's do another.
And then after we do our independent work, we eat lunch, and we do writing. Yep. Okay. I'm getting mixed up with the schedule because I'm on a different computer.
Well, I have a Canvas page for you, okay? All right, so let's try and estimate the sum for 21 and 76. Okay, what could I round 21 to? Am I gonna round it down to 20 or am I gonna round it up to 30? Who can raise their hand and tell me? What am I gonna round 21 to? Is it closer to 20 or is it closer to 30? Gabe?
20.
20, you're right. I'm just gonna go ahead and make my arrow. Let's say that's closer to 20. And now 76. Is 76 closer to 70 or 80? 76 closer to 70 or 80? Who could raise their hand and help me? Paxton?
80.
80, you're right. I'm only 4 away from 80, but I'm 6 away from 70. All right, so now I'm gonna add up those rounded add-ins. Remember, these two numbers are the add-ins. Okay, so what's 0 plus 0? Who could raise a hand and tell me what's 0 plus 0? Paxton, go ahead.
0.
0. And what's 2 plus 8? Who can help me? What's 2 plus 8? Kamaya, go ahead.
10.
10. So 21 plus 76 should be about 100. Okay, does that make sense? Do you guys want to do one more together? Okay, I'll flip my paper over. Whoa, my cap just fell. Let's do all right. 129 plus 81. What am I going to round 29 to? What am I going to round 129 to? Am I going to round it up to 200 or am I going to round it down to 100? Which is closest? Destiny?
You're going to round it up.
I'm not going to round it up because that's kind of too far away. I have to go 81 or, yeah.
Down.
71 to get 100. I'm going to round it down because I'm only 29 away from 100. Okay, and then 81. Am I going to round that down to 80 or round it up to 90? Gabe?
80.
Yep, I'm going to round it down to 80, okay? So now I'm going to add those two rounded add-ins together. So what's 0 plus 0? Who could help me out? I'm struggling with 0 plus 0. Heavenly?
0.
And what's 0 plus 8? Who could help me do that one? Kayla? You're muted. Gotta unmute yourself. Here, Kayla, do you just want to say it so I can read your lips? Say it one more time. What's 0 plus 8?
Hear me now.
Yep. I can hear you. 0 plus 8.
I said, can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you now.
So 7 plus 8, 8.
It is 8. Good job. And what's 1 plus nothing?
1 plus nothing.
What's 1 plus nothing? You can raise your hand and tell me. Oscar?
1.
1. So my answer should be about 180. Okay, does that make sense? Does anyone have any questions? Irsu, I think you're just stretching, but do you have a question? No? Okay. Let me look. Any questions? I don't see anyone's hands being raised. All right, so I will take a picture of this and it'll be up on your Canvas page, okay? But let me go ahead and show you what you're doing in math today for independent work. Let me go to our Canvas page. All right, who can tell me, where am I going to find our math independent work? Where am I going to find that math independent work? Paxton?
Click on math.
Oh, click on math. I'm so glad you all know. Remember, we're not doing small groups.
Miss Stanfield,
Yes, Nina.
why can I not start my video?
Do you want me to ask you to start your video?
Yeah, it's not. It says.
All right, does it say, do you want to, there
Yeah,
you go.
it used to say like I can't. It used to say like the host has stopped your video.
Oh, interesting. All right, so who can tell me, Heavenly, you had your hand raised. What day of the week are we on, Heavenly?
Thursday.
Thursday. So I'm gonna go ahead and scroll down to Thursday. It's pink, pinkish purple. Remember, this lesson will be on here on this video recorder by the end of the day. Okay, and then you have estimating sums within 100. So here's your worksheet. You'll make a copy. Remember, you need to share it with me or else I can't see your answer.
Can I share my work with you?
Yep.
Or
you
was I
can.
not?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Nah.
Well,
Are you just supposed to do that plus and minus? Or are you just supposed to do that?
So they're all addition. So you'll put the rounded add-in. So you'll put what 21 rounds to. And then you'll put what 45 rounds to. And then that answer, when you add them together.
So you multiply them and
You're not
see
gonna,
what number you have.
so let's go ahead and do the
Do
first
that.
one together. Okay. So 21. What am I gonna round 21 to? Who can raise their hand to tell me? What am I gonna round 21 to? Am I gonna round it down or round it up? Is it closer to 20 or 30? You can tell me. Kamaya? am I going to round it up or down?
Down.
Down, you're right. I'm going to keep it, going to type in at 20. Okay, and then 45. Am I going to round 45 up or down? Am I going to make 45 go to 40 or 50? This one's tricky. Does anyone know? Okay, so 45, because it's right in the middle, right? You're going to round it up. Okay, so I'm going to round 45 up to 50. Okay, and then who can tell me what is 20 plus 50? What is 20 plus 50? Irsu?
70?
70, you're right. Good job. All right, so that's what you'll do for your worksheet. So now you only have 3 to do, since I just did one with you, okay?
Okay.
All right, so is everyone logged into Canvas?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so I want everyone to go to Canvas and then go to math on day Thursday. And then once you're there, give me a thumbs up.
Can you stay on Zoom and help me?
Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So I want everyone to go ahead and go to Canvas and let me know if you can go to Canvas. And then once you're on Math Day Thursday, let me know. Give me a thumbs up.